Hi everyone, my name is Suzanne and I'm a Chinese metaphysics master in Hong Kong. Today we're going to continue with our examination of Sun Tzu's Art of War and the 36 stratagems that were written about in this book, The Art of War. Now, in the old times, as the name of the book actually implies, it had to do with warfare, actually on the battleground, and how to beat your enemy, how to beat your opponent. In a modern context, we are looking at this more from a business perspective, where we are obviously constantly faced with competitors, competing players in the market. We need to constantly kind of beat our enemies, but that could be in a career perspective where we just need to beat out someone who is also vying for the same position within our company or for the same market slice, the same market segment. So this is applied mostly then in a more economic or business context. Now, Sun Tzu had 36 stratagems that you could use in order to beat out your competition or win over an opponent. Some of them are very aggressive, some of them are more defensive, and depending on what you have in your natal Bazi chart, you can actually make use of some of these stratagems more easily than others. This is very, very often overlooked. And so this is a way to look at your natal chart, at your Bazi chart, to see how you can best win over in a market environment, in a competitive situation. So in order to check which one of the stratagems work best for you, you first need to plot your Bazi chart. Now, you can go to this link here. I will also post it in the notes to this video. And ideally, if you know your time of birth, that's always better because it gives us a more complete picture. If you don't, then never mind. Surely you know the year, the month, and the day, so that's already a lot we can work with. But the time of birth is always gives us more information. Now, what you then look at is here, this part, this lower segment where you have all the animal signs. Now, most people think we only have one animal sign, the one that we're born with in the year. So this person here is born in the year of the tiger. But as you can see, there's also a rooster, a pig, and a horse in the natal chart, yeah? This person is born in the rooster month, on a pig day, and in a horse hour. And these four animal signs then can tell us which strategy we can use best or which we have the biggest affinity with. Now, for some of you, you may have four completely different animal signs in the chart. Others may have duplicates. That's totally fine. You don't need to worry about that. Just take note of the various animal signs that you have there because they determine what strategy is easiest for you to deploy, what strategy you have the most affinity with. Now, once you have plotted this chart and took note of those animal signs, today we are then going to look into strategy number 13, which is called Beat the Grass to Startle the Snake. So this particular strategy applies most to those of you who have the rat and or the ox in the chart. So if you only have the rat in the chart, or if you only have the ox in the chart, then this strategy is one where you feel quite easy to deploy, that you feel some sort of affinity with. And if you have both rat and ox in your chart, then you feel an even bigger pull to use this. And not only this, somehow whenever you deploy the strategy, it's very easy for you to do that. Yeah, it almost comes naturally. And it's as if you probably have used this strategy in one way or another throughout your entire life without even noticing. Now, what this strategy actually asks from you is to kind of startle your competitor. Yeah, you hit the grass to startle the snake. Just like, and it doesn't have to be a big hit or anything like that. You just kind of, upset the current market conditions just a little bit to see if there even is a competitor, and if so, what the competitor does or how the market responds. So, for example, a lot of people do a soft launch of a product or a service or a shop before they go all out with a big launch or a big opening. And this soft launch is done to detect small flaws in your product or your service or in your operations. Yeah, does it really work the way you've planned it? Yeah, so you can test the market with this. Do a soft launch, or you kind of launch a product or a service in only a very, very particular small market segment and gauge the reaction of the market. What does the market like? What is the market not so happy with? And because it's just a small launch, um, and you haven't really gone all out, balls to the wall, kind of, that kind of launch, you still have the time to correct your the flaws, to correct all those small things that are not really working without too much embarrassment. Yeah, so this is really what you want to do. You want to gauge the reaction of either your competitors or the market itself. Now, if you launch something on a small scale and you can then startle the competition and see how they react, you then know what you need to do before you go full scale, before you go all in, yeah? What you need to do to prevent the competition from sabotaging your efforts. So this is what this strategy means, hit the grass to startle the snake. Start small, try something small, and then once you have seen the reaction, then you can go big. Or maybe you realize that this is not the right time, not the right market, not the right product to launch at all. Now, in a career context, if you're not running a business or if you're not launching a product or service, you can also use this when you, let's say you were aiming for a particular position in the company or aiming for a particular promotion, and your name maybe has not really come up yet. And then you may want to try to put the word out to someone who's not yet who's not in the highest position, but just kind of, spread a rumor or put the word out that you may be interested in that position, and then see how the higher ups react. Is there any reaction at all? Are you suddenly being taken seriously? Or do you get word that you're not suitable for the position because you're lacking a particular skill set? That will then help you gain or get that skill set, train yourself up so that you're actually a contender for this particular position. Yeah, so this is how this particular strategy or stratagem is used in an economic context. So again, this applies mostly to those with rat and or ox in the chart. Now, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, please get in touch with me. My email address is in the notes below. You can also just leave a comment. I'd be happy to answer questions in the comment section as well. And as always, please like and share this video, subscribe to my channel, and just get the word out. See you soon.